Brent.
Hi. How are you guys? Oh yeah, you can
maybe
do
back up a little bit.
Do the intro, Brent. This is going well already.
How you doing? How's everyone doing? I'm Brent, the weatherman. I'm broadcasting live from Newton, BC. We've got Neil here. Hi. And Neil's son,
Jake.
Yeah.
Jake, and he's great. He's doing a great job at all the editing, and Neil too. And this is fabulous. This is our first episode of broadcasting live with Canadians with Disabilities and their allies. So once again, anyone tuning in, I'm the host tonight, and for Canadians with Disabilities and their allies. And well, tonight we're going to talk about the ongoing issues regarding the Canada Disability Benefit that has been woefully left out, and a lot of other topics that we're going to get into regarding cutbacks, clawbacks. I mean, you name it, we're going to be there. So, yeah.
And Jake was hoping that we would play some Nintendo, but
yeah. Maybe we could try to blend some of that in there. I don't know.
Yeah. Have you ever done video games before?
Bowling. Have you ever done the?
No, I haven't. No, that'd be
Wii bowling.
Yeah. Wii bowling. That'd be great. It's always fun to maybe just a kind of say strike.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Line them all up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna talk about the ongoing cutbacks here of where things are at, and I see it, Neil. I see a lot of people complaining about this all the time, right? I mean, people saying, well, where's this bill? I mean, it's just been left out. It hasn't gone through the second reading, and it's just crazy because they've only got 3 more days of the session left.
Yeah.
And there's nowhere to be seen, right?
I don't think we should be surprised that it's going to die again.
No. I think personally, it's just gonna fall flat on its face.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it did last time, right? It's kind of like they call it smoke and mirrors, right? I mean, that's all it is. And I mean, of course, Patricia, if you're watching this, I mean, you're gonna say, yeah. I mean, that's why I say basic income. That's what's needed, right? And I think there's totally it's the way that it needs to go, because going forward, that's what people are going to need in life, right? Because everything's going automated, and I see that happen. A lot of stores, they're basically cashierless, and I mean, more jobs gone. So automation's going to be there. Basic income's going to need to be there to replace it. And it's not just Canadians with disabilities. I mean, for basic income, this benefits everybody, right? It benefits everybody that's going to be find themselves trapped out of the technology area, maybe that can't utilize certain things, and so jobs are going to be gone, and then basically you're going to need some kind of flat income. And of course, Patricia, she would know more, and other people who focus on the basic income stuff would are the expertise to know that. So I'm looking forward to having Patricia come back on the show and talk more on another segment about it. And
but you and I have talked about this before. The thing that bothers me is the government keeps saying, well, we need to study the situation more, right? One of the things I always like to use over and over again in all my tweets is legislative poverty, and try to embarrass the government, right? As much as you can, because they don't seem to care. They just say, well, we need to study why is legislative poverty a thing? Well, gee, maybe it's because you're legislating it, and again, we've talked before off air, I used to work for the Disability Foundation, and I did a pilot project for 5 years, and we had UBC researchers involved, and it was an employment program, and there was all this research component, and the government wanted to know kind of if it was possible for people with disabilities to find employment. And when we were putting together the data, like I made sure that I put in the full context, like the whole scenario of, yes, it's possible for these people to find work, but there's also the other issues, like if you have somebody in a wheelchair that they require a carried, maybe there's times where they're carried, not able to come into work, and so you have somebody in a wheelchair that can't get out of bed, or you have somebody with a bed sore, so it's a secondary disability, or you have people that aren't eating well, which is common if you're living in poverty. You have people that aren't sleeping well because they have bed bugs, or they have rats or smelly carpets or something. And I mean, all that falls on government shoulders, right?
And adequate housing. I mean, and suitable housing. I mean, because I mean, nobody should have to go through or endure that kind of housing, right? I mean, they should be able to choose the kind of housing that they want to be in, not just what government tells them the kind of housing that they want you to be in. And in order to do that, they need to meet the basic standards, and that's called raise the rates. Raise the rates to way above the poverty line, not just at the poverty line. I mean, because that's really not going to do too much. I mean, it will help, but studies have shown that if you just put it right at the poverty line, the problem is it's going to erode away the buying power, right? It just keeps eroding away, and with inflation, and then you're going to have next to nothing, right? So I think that giving people the right amount of income, basically basic income, and it's a standard of income that is going to meet the needs of what people need on a daily basis, on a monthly basis. They can buy all the essentials they need to pay for the market rent, whatever the rent may be, it's a no-brainer, right? I mean, and I've said this many times on the show. Like, you just give people the standards, what is basically legislated already into law, into the federal CRPD, right? It's under the UN. It's a Charter of Rights about persons with disabilities.
Article 28 is...
Yes, Article 28 of the standard. It's the standards of living, right? And it covers the word, as the government likes to use the word shelter. I always think of like a bus shelter when I hear shelter. Some people call it a kennel or a dog, like a dog shelter.
Well, talking about dog shelter, it's when you think about it, we care more about our dogs than we do people. Like if you have the SPCA, I mean, you have animal cruelty. I mean, people can be thrown in jail for animal cruelty, and yet government officials do it, and it's like, oh yeah, it's no big deal. It's just par for the course.
I remember that one time. I don't know who said that. There was somebody that compared dog kennels to a person with disabilities.
But it's true though.
Yeah, I remember hearing about it, and I was just like, well, I can't recall, but it was like, holy, like, it's a similarity, and it's terrible.
And it goes back to my point of like, that governments don't want to hear our lived experience. They don't want to hear our truth, right? Like when I was doing the 5-year study with the Disability Foundation, I was very particular about putting all the details in, and they're like, well, we don't want to hear that stuff. We don't even want to hear about the bad truth of people not being able to sleep or being able to eat or whatever. Like just give us the good success stories, and don't give us any of the bad stuff, right? So that's why it bugs me when it's like they talk about, well, let's do another study. It's because they want some study that doesn't show any bad light. It's like, just give us rose-colored glasses, please.
Exactly, and like they want to basically do a bunch of studies, but basically have people in there that really are not going to really study what really needs to be. They're going to study things that they're told to study, and leave out certain key elements that are really going to benefit and help people.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's select what do they call it? Select words or select portions of the study that they don't believe in certain parts, but they're going to kind of leave all that part out, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like saying, okay, well, I'm gonna have a salad, but I'm gonna pick out all the parts I don't want because I just want to have the salad, right?
Yeah.
Or my famous line that you guys I use all the time. I mean,
spaghetti.
Spaghetti.
See, I know it.
Yeah. You get the pot, right? You told me to boil the pot of spaghetti. Well, put the water in. Well, what is that gonna do? Well, it's the pot of spaghetti. Well, Brent, you put the damn noodles in. Yeah. But you didn't ask me to do that. You just told me to boil it. You know, and it's a good example, right? Because
and you know that one study that I was involved in, like just to give you one example, I had one client that he was in BC housing, and he was moved to another place because his first place. He actually had a neighbor that was threatening to kill him. Oh, no. Actually threatening to kill him. So he was scared for his life. Mm-hmm. So then he went to BC Housing and said, I need to move because somebody's threatening to kill me. Oh wow. And then they said, okay, we'll let you move this one time, but then if you want to move again, you're out of luck. We'll kick you off the system. Mm-hmm. And it's like, really? And then so the second place he moved to was with the smelly carpets.
Oh,
right?
Terrible.
And so he wasn't sleeping properly, he wasn't eating properly, and yet you expect people like that to be able to go and work. Mm-hmm. They're not eating, they're not sleeping, they have a disability, and go to work though, fine.
Exactly, and it affects your malnutrition, right? I mean, and so if you don't have health, you don't have anything, right? Yeah. And you know, I mean, it's already bad enough, like with a person with a disability and having different elements that they have to deal with on a day-to-day basis without having to have their health diminished because government's neglecting to keep up to their legal standards of their rights. I mean, that it is a legal right, and people have disabilities, they have that legal right, but the government just refuses to have, to meet it, and there's always excuses. I always hear excuses. The minister, well, you know, there's more to do, you know, and they recognize all these things all the time. You hear it all the time. I mean, you hear the federal ministers, you know, they mention, well, there's more to do, or you know, they got the prime minister comes out and. Yeah, well, we have your backs. Yeah, well, you have your backs. Yeah. Well, when? I mean, what was it now?
We're doing our level best.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We're doing our level best, as Premier Hargan would say.
Yeah. And I read that wasn't the one about the CDB. Was it 326 days or something? Terrible. Yeah. Right? Like, what is that? Like. Yeah.
And of course, if Paul Gilbert was here, he would.
Oh yeah.
He would be all over the CRPD stuff.
Oh yeah, well, you know, it because it is so important, though. I mean, the CRPD. I mean, it's intertwined with it, and with them coming out with this other delay tactic, I mean, that's just another reason why they don't want to legally meet to their obligations that they have to. I mean, when CERB came out, Neil, they said $2,000 was the minimum amount, and that was what.
And how fast did it roll out? Like 18 days, right?
Oh yeah, they got that out really quick.
Was it even faster than that? I think it was 18 or something.
Yeah, well, the big banks that got theirs in 4 days.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. $750 billion. I mean, that's.
There are a few comments in the chat I just want to say right now.
Okay.
There's 2 questions. Dylan asks if Canadians with disabilities and their allies is being financially supported, or if it's just self-sustained.
We would love it to be.
I can talk.
We would love it to
be
we would love to be financially supported.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be nice?
We're looking to get sponsorship from Tim Hortons. Mm-hmm. So Tim Hortons, if you're listening, well, maybe we'll tag Tim Hortons in this tweet.
Of course.
Yes.
And we'll ask them to be our sponsor, our official Tim Hortons sponsor.
Yeah. If anyone else out there, you like what you're hearing,
we'll buy all their donuts.
Yeah. I mean, hey. Yeah. You hear basically what we're talking about, and it's it affects anybody in Canada. I mean, let alone around the world. But I mean, this is Canadians with Disabilities and their allies, and we're focusing on Canada. But and that's going to kind of get into my next topic in a minute. But regarding the sponsors, I mean, unfortunately, we don't have sponsors. I mean, we're doing this because we want to do this to help people, but
it's a passion project.
But it's passion, but at the same time, sure. I mean, if, we get sponsors to recognize what we're doing and to actually reach out and be a voice for people, but bringing people on board as allies to talk about lived experience, and that's what it is. I mean, I've had people say to me, "Oh, well, yeah, but you're speaking on behalf of me. You're speaking my life." No. I don't speak your life. No, I speak my life. Neil speaks his life. I mean, everyone speaks their life, but it's based on lived experience. And I really welcome people to throw your comments and tell us what you're going through. And I mean, maybe you can come on the show if you want to be a guest speaker. I'd love to have you as a guest speaker, maybe on a specific topic that really affects your life, or maybe someone in your life that you know dear to your heart that has a disability, and maybe they just don't feel comfortable about coming on and speaking about it. If you want to speak on their behalf or have them come on, that's perfectly fine too. There's different ways of people communicating on there, and some people find that they like to just listen in, Neil. I found that too. Like I'll click here, invite to speak. Well, they just want to listen.
Well, and the other thing, getting back to the advocacy part of it too, I've always been a pretty strong advocate. I mean, I was raised with really strong parents. As a bit of a backstory, my mom, she's a nurse, and back when I was born with a disability, you're going back over 50 years, and even the doctors at that time, they, I have to say, doctors were kind of ignorant. I mean. I was going to try to find a more polite term, but really that's really all you have to say is doctors were ignorant at the time.
Yeah.
And my mom really had to push back a lot and say, because the doctors would say, your son's not going to amount to anything. He's going to be useless. He's going to not, because the thing is that they would equate a physical disability with a mental disability automatically, right?
Yes.
And they would say, if your son's got a physical disability, like that's it. He's a write-off kind of thing. And my mom would push back and say that's BS. And she was strong enough that she would push back, and I would see that.
Yeah.
And so I've always had that pushback because I've and so I was always pretty good at sticking up for myself and advocating for myself. But the point I wanted to make was not everybody is able to do that, right?
Exactly.
There's so many people that there's the silent. It's a silent. It's a large portion of us. It's not a minority. It's a big majority of us, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the PWD community is large, but there's so many people that are the silent majority, right? They don't know how to advocate for themselves, or they don't have that experience of somebody sticking up for them. So, as much as I've had my 9 years of experience, like fighting the clawbacks, I've spent my whole life, fighting for everything. But, I want to put myself out there. I want to put my story out there so that I'm fighting for the people that can't do it too. Like, it's not just for myself. It's for other people that can't do it. And same thing with you, right?
Yeah.
You put yourself out there so that you're making yourself an example for people that aren't willing to do it or can't do it.
Well, and that's why I encourage people basically to speak up when they can. Right? When you come on to the show, you are not judged. Like, you're not judged on saying that we're not recognizing you. I mean, we focus on people with disabilities, and yes, as the population ages, I mean, it's been brought to my attention many times, and a lot in the last while. Of, well, why don't you broaden your show and make it like more of a horizon, like make people who are now over age 65, like seniors and stuff. Yeah. Yes, I mean, I think it's very important that people should be recognized if they're over 65. Mm-hmm. But I mean, demographic. What was it? Well, it's just like there's different age categories of people who come onto Twitter. I mean, there was a couple people who would mention to me, well, I mean, do you see somebody who's like 80 years old or 90 years old on Twitter? Well, no, but at the same time, they could be. But am I going to advocate for them? Yes.
Jake's friend Dylan has a question. He says, what classifies as a disability?
Yeah, he says, does mental disabilities count as well?
Yes, yes,
does it include?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There are many types of disabilities, and there's just too many to list.
And there's lots that are called hidden disabilities.
Hidden. Oh, absolutely.
You don't even see them.
Oh yeah, a person can look perfectly fine, and they have a disability. Everyone, it's 1 in 5 people in Canada has a disability. They can either know that in themselves, or they just haven't been diagnosed, or it's a hidden disability, or it's a physical disability, or both.
And as you said, it
can happen to anybody.
And if you age long enough,
you're
going to get a disability.
You are, and I've said that many times. And Neil, I mean, there's other exciting news that just happened just last Friday. Did you see that High Energy FM?
Yes.
Yeah, High Energy FM. They're actually broadcasting our show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, wow, isn't that exciting?
Yeah. So that's. Just another way to leverage the show, and I think it's really good.
Yeah, they're going to be rebroadcasting Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, everyone. Look for our link on the posting on that, because
it's very well produced.
Yeah,
they did a really good job of doing your ad spot.
Yeah,
it was really good.
Yeah, they reached out to me and told me they'd love to take this on, and I'm like, this is great. I mean, more publicity, right? And yeah, maybe they can become a sponsor for us. What do you think?
Well, we're still waiting for Tim Hortons first.
Tim Hortons first, yeah. A double.
Double free donuts.
Yeah.
Also, I was gonna bring up Daniel Trace mentioned no more Twitter, because we're streaming on YouTube. And
no,
that's probably why.
There's still going to be the Twitter Spaces.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
This is kind of a special broadcast.
Yeah, this is a special segment.
Special
one-time thing.
Special covert broadcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been wanting to do this live broadcast for a while.
It might seem that Brent and I have met before, but we actually haven't.
Yeah.
Like in real life.
This is the first time we're meeting face to face.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's
and Sonia's hiding on the couch.
Yeah. You want to say hi, Sonia?
No.
No. Okay, hear that, everybody? No. She doesn't want to say hi.
Oh, someone else in the chat is saying High Energy FM, Trinidad and Tobago to catch Canadians with disabilities and their allies. Airs Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 9 a.m.
Who says that?
MR, I guess, Mr.
Yeah, and it's broadcast across all the different time zones across Canada. So tune in whatever time zone you are in. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, because you're going to hear some of our broadcasts that we've had, and they're going to be rebroadcasting it, and this is fabulous. So if you missed our segments, hey, there's your
And you're the one that set up the Patreon, so you can talk about our Patreon.
About our Patreon, let me just put that link in there. So if you want to support us, and you are financially
stable, can you show that screen?
I could, yeah.
Are you able to broadcast that screen?
One sec. But yeah, if you are financially stable and you can support us with money, you can with
We've got a whole 0 patrons right now.
It's a lot,
but
right?
the thing is you can always be the first.
You can if you are the first, you will get exclusive sneak peeks into our content, like our Daddy Versus and food review.
There's another Daddy Versus coming soon.
Yeah, there is.
And actually, Brent, you forgot to tweet my last Daddy Versus.
You forgot.
Oh,
Oh,
my
no.
Father's Day Daddy versus.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
A pox upon you, sir.
Oh.
Just
Oh,
kidding. Just kidding.
no. Yeah.
Shame on me.
Yeah.
Sadly, it's not letting me capture it right now.
Oh, that's okay.
Well, let's
Yeah,
see
it's
if I
fine.
can find it right here.
There you go.
There you go.
I am very much going to become a patron when I
Oh.
receive a full-time paycheck. Yes.
There you go. Yeah.
Thank you, Dylan. Or
We want-
Crescent
we want to
Crest.
hear everybody say
Crescent
that.
Crest. Yeah. So, if you're thinking about it, you can go to it at that link.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're not forcing you to. It would just be greatly appreciated. Yes.
And you'll see a lot of people that are on disabilities on Twitter that, as you said before, that are advertising for PayPal and stuff too, because they need help with their budgets.
Oh, absolutely.
And so that's something to keep in mind.
Daniel Trace just says he'll give 100 right now, but only e-transfer.
Well, that's fine.
E-transfer's fine?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have e-transfer?
Yeah. You just send me my email address, right?
Yeah? Okay. NeilJM at tellus.net.
NeilJM at tellus.net.
Yeah. If you want to do e-transfer too, that works.
Well, there we go.
$50 goes to Brent.
Yeah.
And thanks to High Energy FM.
Oh yeah, yeah, of course.
That's great on
pull up
them
the screen.
to.
Make sure we see it.
Yeah, we're just gonna zoom right in here. Yeah.
Use the high tech Zoom.
Oh yeah, can I?
Here, you can be the high tech Zoomer, Jake. Just grab the phone.
Oh
Just
yeah,
grab the phone
of
and
course.
do the high tech Zoom.
Oh, you can see that. A high energy.
High Energy FM.
Very
Yes.
cool. Thank you, High Energy FM. Yeah.
How many people have we got watching right now?
I think
like two.
two or three.
No, we can rebroadcast it again after.
URL.
Make a YouTube segment out of it.
Yeah, there's 2 people right now.
Okay.
Yeah, it is. It's great, having doing this live, right? I mean, we're gonna have to definitely do this again, and I mean, having.
We only gave like two minutes notice this time, so if we advertise it more ahead of time, then we'll probably get more people.
Also,
participating.
This is off topic, but Dylan at school would like to apologize about what happened.
Thank you, Dylan.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I want to know what his father had to say.
What did your father say? Yeah. Thank you for that apology, though, Dylan. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's so important keeping advocacy growing, Neil, because in so many ways, because it changes people's lives, and in so many avenues, should we say, of bringing the inequalities that the system it's a systemic issue, right? And the system is broken, right?
Yeah.
So advocacy is so important to bringing allies together, and for the common purpose of showing shining a light basically on the problem, right?
Yeah.
And how do we resolve it? Well, there's basically a lot of different ways of tools to be used. People can do different protests. They can do rallies. They can bring awareness to the public, and then the public basically starts telling the government and saying, like, why are you doing this?
Yeah.
Like, how can this, the question I have too is for everybody is, how can this keep going in a wealthy country like Canada?
Yeah.
Right?
That's the thing, right?
My mom brought me up to respect people, and I've learned a lot growing up where I never took things for granted. It's kind of like what you said, Neil, too, earlier. It's doctors would say, oh Brent, you're not going to do nothing, right? Your disability is going to get in your way academically. You're not going to be able to go to college. You're not going to succeed. You're not, you know what? I proved them wrong. I proved them wrong because I said I can do. I had a can-do attitude, and I still have that can-do attitude. And I turned my frustrations around into advocacy and bringing awareness to problems. And I knew that in January there was something that I wanted to do at the beginning of this year, and I had talked to Neil. I said, well, maybe I should launch some kind of space or something, and we were trying to figure out names for this and that, and I'm still trying to figure out now who came up with that the other idea about allies. I
forget who it was.
I don't know if that.
Oh yeah, I was there when it happened. It was in the podcast.
Yeah,
and it became official.
Yeah, and I think I originally came up with the name Canadians with Disabilities and Discussions.
So are we going to see a second reading on C-22 before the end of the session? You think?
To be honest, I don't think so.
I don't think so. I would love it. I would love it, but I don't think so.
Any politician actually seeing this live
so
right
Dan
now, prove me wrong. Prove me wrong that I want to see that actually not just read. I want to actually see some something to help people get through the summer before you guys go back in the session.
Yeah.
I mean, do something for Canadians with Disabilities, because I think that they're not even going to do a second reading, and
Dan's in the chat now.
So
wow. Hi to Jan. To Dan.
Hey Dan.
Jan.
Dan.
Hey Jan.
Hey Jan. Jan.
Dan.
Hello Jan, how are you? ASMR for Jan.
ASMR.
Yeah. Let's create a poll. No.
Let's create a what?
A poll.
A poll.
A poll.
Yeah.
What poll?
Hi Frank. LOL.
Nice. Yeah. We'll answer your question quick.
That's what I said. Okay. This feels like deja vu. Didn't this kind of happen last year? LOL.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah.
We only have one concurrent viewer. That's sad. Whatever.
Yo, Dan, what's going on there?
Hello, Dan.
Next time we'll advertise it more.
Yeah, we will.
This is kind of a spur of the moment thing, but it's fun.
Yeah.
We got next broadcast, you guys. It's coming up on Wednesday, and on Wednesday we got Sonia Firstino, the Green MP for Cowichan Valley.
That'll be a good show for sure.
Yeah. She's the Green leader. Looking forward to having her on, and maybe.
Check your
account.
account.
Have to try and do a little live segment right after that, right before it as a preview.
I don't know.
We'll have to see how the timing goes on.
Somebody said I should check my account.
I don't know.
Let's see.
Let's see. If you did actually donate, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Let's see.
Let's see.
Let's keep the questions coming in while they're.
Oh yeah, questions. Questions coming.
Do you have any questions for me for the show? Send your questions in.
Where does it show?
I'll do my best to answer the questions coming in
maybe
here.
It will show it here.
I personally have been. There's a question right there. Could you read that or?
You can read it too. You can read it out.
Okay. I personally have been diagnosed as high-functioning autistic as well as OCD. After this was diagnosed, I was not recognized for it by our education system. Is this a disability you would talk about?
I would definitely talk about that on my show. And if you would like to be a guest speaker, please send me a direct message. And I'm actually lining up spots for next week and the week after. Anytime Monday to Friday. You pick the time. I'm actually very flexible with the timing on that. So whatever time everybody, if you want to come on the show and talk about things that affect your life or people in your life that and you definitely want that spot, you let me know. And once I know, I'll let Neil know, and he can put it out. Evil Flightless Birdie, she's awesome too. If you're watching this right now, you'll get the memo on that stuff too. You can talk to Neil, and you guys can do the postings on it. But anybody else, if you want a time spot, just send me a DM, and I can get you on.
So
and you pick the topic, right?
So Daniel Trays did send us $100.
Oh wow, that's great.
He's on Twitter. If you have Twitter, you can DM him on there.
So that's good. Thank you very much.
That's wonderful.
Yes, thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Nice.
We appreciate it. Can I have $50?
Thumbs up. Well, I have to give $50 to Brent.
Okay.
It's only fair.
Can I have $25? You have to support me too.
We'll talk about it.
Well, you know what? We can actually divide that down. I mean, yeah.
$33 for all of us. I get the extra buck.
Why?
I don't know. I'm the kid. I'm the child.
You like to barter, don't you?
Yeah.
That's what teenagers do, by the way.
Yeah.
Also, if someone doesn't mind subscribing, I wanna test the subscribing function. It should give us a special effect like this.
Ooh.
Oh, show the cookie jar. That's kind of fun.
Oh yeah, the cookie jar right here.
Yeah.
So if you subscribe, a cookie will be put in there. And if you become a member, which is not available yet, a heart emoji thing will come up. So put a cookie in the jar by subscribing. Hopefully it works. It might. No, it probably doesn't. But yeah, you probably have to hook it up.
Definitely subscribe to a lot of these awesome videos. We put them on all the time, and
there's over 50 videos now. I think there's 54 videos.
I'm impressed.
On the just on the Canadian with Disabilities only, just on that playlist.
Yeah.
And then your playlist, the Breaking with Brent, is another playlist. It's got another 6 videos in it.
I think Dylan said if we get 20 viewers or something, he'll donate 50.
We should have advertised this more, Brent.
Oh, yeah.
Or 20 more subscribers.
Come on, pass the message on there, everybody. Get your friends and family to start watching.
This feels like a telethon now.
Yeah.
25, 50, come on.
What was that? Red Robinson and what was the other one? Do you remember the Easter Seals telethons?
Maybe Sonia, do you know?
Red Robinson and there was the sherry and lamb chop, remember?
Oh yeah, the little puppets.
You know, the puppet. Yeah.
Lamb chops, remember?
Yeah. I used to be one of those stage kids for a few years.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. That was always fun.
This is the best poll I've ever seen in my entire life. I just made a poll.
What poll was it?
What should we do next? You guys can vote with the poll. You can vote for whatever you want.
Yeah.
Nice.
The poll will come up. 100% of people say I should play Tetris.
Yeah, but that's only because
I know.
Dylan's
I get it. Yeah, I get that. It's 50-50 now.
So it's a bit rigged.
It's a little rigged. Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to donate, you basically just send the message out to the email address, and it actually helps to keep things going here.
Every little bit helps because it is a lot of work to put this out.
But we enjoy it at the same time.
We enjoy it. Like I said, it is a passion project for sure.
And there's someone in the chat that says they have a problem asking for help and for donations.
Oh,
do you have any advice for that?
Asking for donations?
They have trouble asking.
Oh, never hesitate. I mean, and I'll say my view, and then Neil can say his. But never don't ask for help. If you need help, please just post a message out to people, and there are people out there that can help. Hopefully, and. Because if you don't ask, you don't know, right?
I can say that I know it is hard to humble yourself, but you really do. You have to learn to humble yourself sometimes. I've often said that's kind of what my disability has gifted me, because I often have said, and it's not a joke.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for my disability, I would have grown up to be like a pompous jerk a little bit. Kind of more. I think too full of myself. You know? And having a disability has kind of knocked me down a few pegs, and has kept me humble. Yeah, and I think it's important that I think it's important for everybody to remember that it is, important to knock yourself down a few pegs and be prepared to be humble sometimes. And be prepared to ask for help. If you need it.
Yeah, exactly, and that's the point that we're basically telling everyone here is that don't be scared about putting a message out saying, please, I'm struggling. Whatever your reason is, I mean, that's what telethons do too, right? they reach out and they say, hey, please, like, can you please support the kids, right? And that's all we're saying too, is that if you need help,
help us kids.
Yeah. So if
I mean, you can help us. I mean, you can help other people who need help too. And what goes around comes around, and you actually feel good about doing so because you know it's going to a good cause.
Yeah. So if you do need help, no one's gonna judge you for asking, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Exactly.
Awesome. We're so cool.
Yeah, it's good.
Anyway, yeah. Okay. Should I end the poll? It's watch Jake play Tetris 1.
Yeah, you can end it.
7 votes too.
7 votes.
It's not completely rigged. 57% said they want to watch me play Tetris.
Yeah. Okay.
We can do Q&A after.
So if you want to be on the show, then
so
you
Dylan
just send a
didn't
message
vote 7 times. It wasn't Dylan just voting 7 times.
next week.
Well,
Next
it
week,
could be.
everyone.
Yeah.
Next week, what?
So if you want to be on the show next week, you want to be a special guest next week, week after, the month of July is actually wide open right now.
Mm-hmm.
Except that I think there might be maybe a couple people that might be possibly being scheduled in, but yeah, it's been kind of fine-tuned. But still, it's pretty well wide open right now.
Okay.
I'm gonna see if I can get the thing to come up.
What thing is that?
The Tetris game, because everyone wants to see me.
Everybody
play
wants to
Tetris.
see it. Oh, okay.
Everyone wants Tetris.
Yeah, it's Dylan. Dylan voted 7 times. I know.
For sure. Anyway,
Yeah.
so put yes in the chat if you can see this. If you can't, that's really, really sad. So please say yes.
I don't think.
Cool.
Is Dylan even old enough to know what Tetris is?
I find that offensive.
I know.
How dare thou accuse me of such a great scandal? This is an outrage for the honor of the great YouTube poll system.
Yes.
I don't think my language would be appropriate for Jake, lol. Anyway, I'm playing Tetris.
Sure.
End poll. So can you guys see it? You can, right? Please say yes.
We'll only let you play it for 2 minutes, okay?
Yeah.
Sure.
And well, you know,
Yes,
while
okay,
he's
yes.
playing it, you know,
Everyone
you guys
said
can,
yes. Everyone said yes.
and you guys can hear us in the background while Dylan.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so we'll try to keep an eye on the chat going on too.
So, let's start over. Let's see what I can do here.
Oh, man.
Nice.
Oh, jeez. I haven't played it in front of a large amount of people before.
It's a lot of pressure.
Oh yeah,
Exactly.
pressure's on.
Mm-hmm.
We know you can do this. Come on.
Thank you.
You can.
I feel
We have
the
faith.
support.
We know you can.
Thank you.
I just feel that urge that I know. I mean, I can tell. It's gonna conquer this.
Yeah.
Yes. I think I'm doing pretty good so far. Nice.
When is it over? Only
When I die?
When you lose only?
How about I just immediately end it when I die? That's fair, right?
Yeah, but I don't want it to go on for like half an hour.
I'm not that good. I'm not that good. I will not have it go on forever. I won't.
I think a lot of good ideas to have on the show too are different themes. Like, you know, have 1 week people talking about transportation, another week people talking about environmental things to do with disabilities. Like we had who was that? That was at there was something. Oh yeah, we had Derek on talking about transportation that 1 week.
I honestly think you've mixed it up pretty good as far as the topics go. You know, you were talking about earlier about some people kind of get upset sometimes because everybody has their own thing that they're passionate about advocacy for, right? And I think it's easy to lose sight of the fact that, you know, I've said before, like we're all pulling on the same rope.
Yes.
But sometimes, you know, people get so caught up on one particular issue, and we start to see all this infighting of like, no, my version of basic income is better than your version of basic income, or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And you have these little fights when really, at the end of the day,
it comes to the same thing.
We're all fighting for the same thing,
yeah.
And it seems pointless to fight over something where
so frivolous. Like,
yeah.
Well, I shouldn't say frivolous, but
it's not frivolous, but I've often said it's okay to have different opinions.
Yeah.
What I don't like is that people actually get really kind of agitated and argumentative and almost to the point of violence. And just I'd rather have it where people can just respectfully disagree and just leave it at that. I mean, I don't have to agree with everything.
Yeah.
And I don't.
Yeah.
But that it's okay to not agree with everything and just know that at the end of the day we're all fighting for the same thing.
Yeah. I guess when I mean like for the word frivolous, meaning like it's kind of it's pointless arguing about something where the end result is like everybody kind of like you said. What you said is it's basically everybody wants the same result at the end of the day. It's on how do you get to that conclusion. It's called working together. And yes, I mean, some people are going to disagree on certain things. I mean, they can agree to disagree or vice versa.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had some people come on the show and some people say, well, you need to do some more housekeeping, right? And yes, I think I'm gonna take some suggestions and ideas from some people regarding for the show and how to kind of keep it more fair for other people when they say they want to put their hand up. I've noticed that too. Like so many occasions where it's so easy to get tripped up when you're talking to the guest that's coming on, right? And then when someone puts their hand up, and all of a sudden, boom, boom, hands all start popping up. Well, who put their hand up first? And I go, hey Neil, so who put their hand up first? And Patricia's like, well, and then she's like, or Flightless Birdie, or the odd time, sometimes Joni is on there. She'll be co-host sometimes, or I mean, heck, I've even put you as co-host that one day too, or a couple times here and there. I find some people they just don't want to be co-host, and I get that. Like I know one person in particular, like he doesn't come on very often. He's having some other issues going on right now, and that's cool, right? I mean, it's cool because I know what's going on with him, but he
can stop that now, Jade. You can probably stop that.
I didn't die yet.
Yeah, but you're gonna be going on for a while.
No.
Just stop it, please.
I'm gonna die soon.
No, but
come on. I'm so close.
It's Brent's podcast.
I know.
Do
you want me to stop, Brent?
Yes,
it's your podcast.
That's what I'm asking.
It's Brent's decision.
Sure.
Okay.
For now, you can go back to it a little bit.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, it comes down to just some housekeeping on the show, right?
Well, that's cool.
But
50 screens.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. But but it's just like them putting that hand up, or
is it showing it like that? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then some people say, well, yeah, but I've had my hand up for a while and you didn't get to me, and I guess what people could probably do. I mean, we're gonna be talking more about that issue on other segments, but I mean, you can always leave a DM message.
Well, there again, I mean, people have to realize that it's a very we don't have a whole team of moderators.
No.
I mean, there's you and me and maybe one or two other people that are doing all the moderating, and of course, Twitter Space is not the most easiest thing to work with. Sometimes it has a lot of technical glitches.
Oh yes.
So you're always fighting those, and so.
Yeah, we've had that happen.
Yeah, and there's people that are saying, "Well, why are you booting me?" Well, it's not necessarily somebody that's booting you. It's Twitter Space doing that.
Yeah, we just had that happen. Just recently.
Yeah,
I had a show going, and then we had an MP, MP from Hamilton.
Yeah.
and Twitter kicked him.
Yeah.
Boom! Just kicked him right out. I'm like, well, what happened? Where did he go? And then I found out it was actually Twitter had kicked. I don't know why. It was a glitch, and then Patricia went to the rescue and got him back on. And I said, well, geez, I thought maybe he got mad and he left. And no, I found out Twitter had kicked him.
And I do feel bad sometimes too. Like, there's sometimes issues with audio quality too.
Oh, that happens. Yeah.
And overall it's pretty good.
I think so.
But I know, like, one of the last segments that Patricia did, there was a little bit of audio corruption, and so I actually had to. There was a part that I wanted to include, and I couldn't do it because it was just the audio was too muddy, and so I just had to not include it in the
which is unfortunate.
YouTube segment.
Yeah, because I heard that part too, and it was really unfortunate. And yeah, Twitter needs to kind of get with that part and kind of clean up.
It's getting better, but it still has its issues.
But a lot of accessibility issues too. What I'd like to see, if Twitter is watching this or anybody knows any suggestions to maybe welcome what our thoughts are here is to make it more accessible. I'd like to actually see the option of having some more co-hosts on there than just having two. And also too is being able to program more than one event at a time.
I did indeed vote with several accounts. There you go.
One event, because you can only program one. So if I got, like, say 4 guests coming on a week, I can only do one at a time.
Yeah.
So if I got a double header, and the person's coming on, like, say, within a couple hours, I gotta make sure I get that other advertising out there. So
do you think I could have Shane Simpson come to my house?
Yay!
And do a live stream with Shane Simpson in my living room?
I doubt that. But
wouldn't that be something?
That would be something.
I could buy donuts.
Yeah.
Hey Shane, if you're listening, donuts.
Hey Shane.
Shane, are you up for that one?
Yeah. Is Shane the one we send the Wordle posts to?
That's right.
Oh yeah, it is. Okay.
So he thinks you're a genius.
And
you are.
I am.
Yeah.
Of course I am.
I wonder if Nicholas would ever come on the show.
I don't know.
I don't know.
We're still waiting.
We sent an invitation out to you, Nicholas Simons. Yeah, we sent one out, but so far...
If you accept our invitation, you'll personally get a Christmas card from me this year.
And maybe a double.
Maybe a double. Yeah.
Well, I know.
Tim Hortons, if you're listening, we're still waiting for a sponsorship.
I know. Dan Davies is going to be coming on. He said he's going to be coming on.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
that's good.
Dylan asks a question. Let me see. Am I welcome in your house if I were to sprint over if I bring a sacrificial offering?
Sacrificial offering?
Like for this stream?
It's probably too much excitement for one day.
Yeah.
Actually. Our house is actually already overly full. Mm-hmm. You've seen our house; it's very small.
It is. You have.
It's already kind of busting at the seams.
You've been in my room. My room is awesome.
Yes, but I do appreciate your enthusiasm, Dylan. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah. It's so important. For people to send us messages that what you want to see, on the show. Do you want to be a special guest? What would you like to talk about? Just send us messages. Love to have you on. And on average, most people, Neil, I've noticed they'll say to me a direct message, right? They'll say, I'd like to come on. Like, what do you want to talk about? And so I sent the script out and I said, like, any topic of your choice, because I always like the guest to know, like, feel comfortable. What do you want to talk about on the show, right?
Yeah.
Sure, there's lots I would love to talk about.
Yeah.
Which I do. But,
and it always works best when it's unscripted too.
Yeah, it is because
it really does.
It's more natural. Like
it's more from the heart, right?
Yeah, I just said it right off the cuff, right? Yeah. I just said how it is, and
it works better that way.
I think so. Rather than hi, how are you? Oh, fine. Hey, how'd you know what I was gonna say?
Where's my script?
Darn it! Oh, cue cards here. Darn.
Yeah.
Cue cards are okay, right? But I don't even use those.
The president of the United States needs cue cards, but we don't.
Oh yeah, no. Not yet.
Yeah.
I just made another bowl.
Another poll.
I love polls. Would you be interested in being in Canadians with Disabilities and their Allies?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Hey,
Yes
that's
or
a good
no?
poll. Oh, yeah.
It's a great poll. Thank you.
It's a very good poll.
Yeah.
Can Jake sing us a wonderful song of his creation, the voice that won the talent show? The voice that can slay 1,000 words.
Do your pen song. I love that pen song. Every day, imagine I can be with you.
Dylan, he calls the Your Reality song the pen song.
It's
The pen song.
It's the pen song.
In my hand is a pen that'll write a poem of me and you. Dan, that is not good language. WTF? Wow.
What question did Dan have?
You just said WTF lol. Sing the pen song.
Sing the pen song.
Sing the 3 votes. They all said yes.
To sing the pen song? Or
No.
to the Canadians with Disabilities.
Yeah,
Okay.
if they're interested. Yeah, awesome.
If I knew the pen
Sing
song,
the
I'd
pen
probably
song.
sing it too.
Yeah. Think flows down into a dark puddle. How can I write love into reality?
Maybe we need to have lyrics for Canadians with the Disabilities theme song.
Hey.
Canadians with Disabilities.
And their allies.
Sponsored by Tim Hortons.
Double.
I've been trying my best, Jake. Sorry. I forgive you now.
Maybe-
For now, Dan.
Hey, I got an idea. What do you think we come with an idea for Canadians with Disabilities and their allies a special themed donut
There you go.
for Tim Hortons? What do you think?
There you go.
Hey,
Yeah.
You know what you need?
Yeah.
You need a donut with 4 extra holes in it
Yeah.
because it's a poverty donut.
Oh,
so
right.
it has more holes donut with less donuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Less donut.
Well, it's because
That's
part of
such
the
a good
ingredient has been
idea.
clawed back, right?
It's been clawed back.
Yeah, it's clawed
So
back.
you only get part of the donut.
Yeah, with a Canadian flag in there.
It's the
Kind of
legislative.
stuffed in there,
It's
right?
the legislative poverty donut.
Yeah, but Canadian flag stuffed in there. It's like when we're filling the hole, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we could have the icing of CRPD
Yeah, right on top.
iced on the top.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot who this is. Perificio. I don't know
Oh
how to
yeah,
pronounce that.
yeah. I know who it
Yeah, okay. She asked if you have a membership registry. He or she or they, I don't know.
A membership registry
Yeah.
for what? Yeah.
Question mark. I don't know.
Explain what you mean by.
Yeah,
by
That's
right.
yeah. Explain.
Yeah,
explain.
Are we
Yeah.
talking about a BCAA membership or
yeah,
something?
I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know. It's a good question.
Membership has its privileges.
Yeah.
He. My bad.
Yeah. It just yeah. Can you explain that one about membership? For yeah, I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either.
Membership to Tim.
You
Hortons.
have our interest peaked.
Membership to Tim Hortons.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We want a membership to Tim Hortons.
Or a membership to the poverty reduction.
Yes. Well, Simons can get us that.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he says, well, I raised the rates. I go, yeah, last year.
We can call them Simons donuts.
Oh, yeah.
You know
Yeah.
the poverty reduction
Yeah,
donut.
yeah, last year's. Meanwhile, we got
Dylan is what? Dylan is cool. Is he though?
I'm highly offended by that.
He's not really listening, is he?
Like an official membership for people with disabilities and their allies, maybe a newsletter that goes out quarterly, etc.
Yeah, that's too much work.
That sounds like a good idea. Though.
It is a good idea, but we need like 50. We need 50 secretaries.
if somebody loves that idea, if you want to
Take it on.
yeah, for sure. I mean, great.
Yeah.
Who else? I think is it Canadian disabled.
Yeah.
I think what's their tagline? Canadian disabled.
Cheesecake.
With the purple.
Strawberry cheesecake.
Canadian disabled. Let me take a look.
Thank you, Dylan.
Yeah, let's take a look here.
Thank you, Dylan. Oh, also, this is what happens if you donate. John, thank you for the $63.
Canadian Disabled United. That's right.
Right. I don't know why, but I always think of the soccer team.
Yeah,
you know,
I know.
Manchester United or whatever it is.
Well, she comes on the show a lot, and I know she's seems to have a lot of insight
I remember her, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's maybe she would want to look into that, or maybe she knows somebody that Canadian Disabled United. If you're actually watching this, if you know anyone that might want to do a newsletter, or if you're interested in that, or
the thing is,
anyone really.
The thing is we're still a very small team. There's only a very small.
We can only do so much, and So I mean,
I'm only one person. Brent's is only one person.
Yeah.
And then we have Eva Flight Birdie. She's only one person. So
we got Canadian Disabled United helping out here too. I mean, if somebody wants to do a newsletter and put one out every week, or how many times a week? I'd say once a week is probably plenty, because that's a lot of work.
Yeah.
But definitely, if you want to do that, or anything really.
Or if anybody wants to try to seek out sponsorship for us, that'd be good too.
Yeah, network with your.
Because the thing is again, this is a passion project, but the more it's funded, the easier it is to get the message out too.
We can broaden our horizons and actually get the word out. Use your network, people, and and we can make this happen, because we can actually broaden this so it helps everybody in Canada. It doesn't matter on what age or your category you are. Anyone can become disabled in their life. It doesn't matter what your age is. You're either born with it, you can develop a disability further in life, or multiple disabilities. So, really, it's so important to
what are you doing?
To network with your friends and family, and just appreciate every day, because every day is a brighter day when we all work together too.
It's true.
Yep.
Evil,
well said.
Yeah.
Evil Flightless Birdie.
Yeah.
I love that Twitter name.
What is my son doing, by the way?
I don't know.
I have no idea. What is your son doing?
I don't know.
It's a really, really good question.
Yeah.
Do you know?
I do not know.
Oh, man.
It's a mystery.
Oh, there are a lot of messages. Can you do a cool dance more for us? Justin is also tuned in. I cannot dance. I'm sorry.
No, you can do the floss. You haven't done the floss for like years.
I don't like the floss.
Yeah, but it's
Does
cool.
Brent ever wake up at night and bake cookies? You know I will.
There you go.
Oh, yeah. I love to bake cookies.
From Dylan, are you looking for a sponsorship from a specific company or type of company? Food, shipping, electronics, etc.
Well, any company that's well funded that has a passion for helping out people with disabilities.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're all ears.
Any company that really believes that
people
should all be equal. Equality is so important.
Just for fun, I've often tagged Michael Bublé on a couple tweets, and so far he hasn't responded to me with that.
Aww.
I always think it'd be fun if he did.
He should.
I'm trying to get Biff naked on too, eh?
Yeah, she would be cool though, because she's actually been, she's a strong advocate for that. What was it? The trying to live off $1 a day or whatever it was.
Yeah. So she really hammers away, right?
Yeah.
No
at
frills,
officials, because
Tim's
they're saying it's
Christmas.
unacceptable, right? And it is. Nobody should be living below poverty line, right? In Canada,
Yeah.
definitely the big oil companies, they're not.
No, I know.
Oh, geez, eh?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's another thing that's annoying is
You don't even pay taxes.
the people that are the most rich are not paying their fair share.
No, I know. It's definitely income inequality, and it needs to be divvied up for a lot better. If they say the government says, "Oh, we have your backs," when, where?
And actually that's one thing that Patricia said in one of her segments, and I wanted to go back to was when, because I said one of my questions to her was, well, what about all those companies that can just write things off and not pay taxes? And she said, well, and then her response was, well, of course we can legislate things to stop that, and and I was going to respond, well, obviously the government's good at legislating poverty.
Well,
so they've already figured that out.
Oh yeah.
But how come they can't figure out actually how to get money from the people that are really have the money?
It doesn't take them long to figure that out. I mean, isn't it poverty?
Have you
reduction?
tried?
Isn't it supposed to be like elimination?
Yeah.
Poverty elimination, not reduction, because they can throw those pebbles at it. I mean.
Well, I always call it. They should call it poverty renewal because that's the more accurate term.
I think that there's some ideas of who to mention. Tagging Mr. Beast in a post. He has been known for funding certain projects directed at helping the public.
Mr. Beast.
Mr. Beast.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And Sarcan, the only place they know that actually hires and advocates for PWDs.
Mr. Beast and Sarcan.
Well,
Mr. Beast does do a lot of money giveaways.
You either write that down, Jake, or ask the person to DM me or something on Twitter.
Yeah, I can't remember. Right? So
Mr. Beast, you mean?
Mr. Beast or
Well,
Sarcan.
that Sarcan thing.
Oh, Sarcan.
Have that person send me a tweet somehow, so I remember that.
I just wrote Sarcan.
Okay.
Or Mr. Beast. I don't know. Mr. Beast might be easier to memorize.
No, Mr. Beast is probably more busy with like YouTube and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, did you notice this in the right here on the screen?
No.
Yeah. What do you?
Yeah.
How did you do that?
Yeah.
Magic.
So
Editing magic.
It's just cycling through.
Yeah, I only have 2 right now.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So I'm not there.
Huh.
Because I'm only your father.
It's Sarcan, our recycling company. I have Brent's PMs. PMs. You mean DMs?
DMs.
PMs. I love PMs.
Or PM is private message.
That's true.
DM is direct message.
That's true. I'll drop it to him. Sure. Sure.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I know that wasn't for
That wasn't for you. But
that was not for me.
That's okay.
Some of the big
Evil flightless birdies on there.
maybe some of the big companies like Coca-Cola or some of the ice cream vendors, they want to sponsor it. Do you believe that that people eat dairy, eat healthy, I don't know.
Yeah.
Drink a bottle of Coke a day. I don't know.
You know that when I was going to university, there was a short time, about a couple of months, where I'd be tired in the morning, so I would just I'd get a can of Coke in one of the dispensers there, and I'd drink it, and I get that instant hit of sugar, but then you have that sugar crash, right? And then after about 2 months of doing that, I just realized I was feeling like crap. Yeah. And I'm like, well, maybe I should stop drinking this Coke. And then after I stopped drinking, I was like, I felt like $1 million.
Oh yeah. Exactly.
Not to say that Coke is bad, but to drink it every day is not a good idea.
No, exactly.
Of course.
Yeah.
Oh, Dylan, I didn't know you spoke.
Can you speak?
Japanese. That's not. Is it Japanese? I don't know. Chapman's.
Like that flightless birdie logo.
Yeah.
So cool.
It's amazing.
Yeah. I've always wanted to know how she came up with that idea.
I know.
Evil flightless birdie.
Yeah.
Is it because she has a thing against penguins, or
no,
or that she loves penguins? I've always wanted to know: is it because she doesn't like them, or because she likes them?
A lot.
So if she could answer that question, I want to know. Curious people want to know.
Yeah, evil flightless birdie. Yes, we want to know that answer to that question.
It's been bugging me for a while, and I've never asked her that.
Yeah, I mean, we love your logo.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I love Linux. Oh.
So keep the questions coming in, people.
I see.
Keep the questions.
Is that what she said?
In.
She likes Linux?
Yeah.
Oh
no, that's the same person. Never mind.
Oh, so it's because of Linux.
Oh, yeah.
Penguin for Linux.
Oh, okay.
So there you go.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So we knew that she was a bit of a nerd.
Oh, there's another question.
A little bit of a nerd like
There's
me.
another question.
So
There is
there you
another
go.
question. Oh my god.
Did BC end up releasing funds for emergency supplies for PWD? I know they were arguing over which organizations could do door knowing,
Emergency.
but I didn't hear any further news.
Yeah, they had $300 that was given to us.
That was a while back.
That was at the beginning of the pandemic. $300. Yeah, ask Sonia about that one.
But
Get
we're
her
still
on
waiting
that.
for the.
They clawed it off. They took it away from us, right? And it was actually in a mandate, or not in a mandate letter. It was actually in a report that was done, and it was concluded that the current government had put out. They were going to do a basic income, right? And so it was put out in a report to come back and give recommendation. It was, oh geez, there was like so many pages of it. I haven't read the whole pages because there's too many of them, but there was 16 recommendations that were top ones. And it was January 28th when that report came out last year. Last year. Well,
Yeah.
so over a year.
Yeah.
And the recommendations were there stating the top ones of doing, I think it was redoing how rent is actually done. Like the amount for rent. The $300 that was given to persons with disabilities in BC. That was actually in there stating to give people back the $300.
But there again, I mean,
That was,
that goes back to my earlier
Yeah.
point of, that the government sees that and they
Yeah.
just ignore it and they say, well, let's do another study
yeah,
so that we can ignore this study
exactly.
and hopefully,
Well, it's a total clawback, right?
yeah.
Yeah, and that's the thing, like doing studies, because all of those studies do is just clawback.
And then they don't have to be accountable. They can just
Yeah.
say, do another study, do another study, and they don't actually have to be accountable for anything.
You know, it's funny. The old terminology on how that works is that it's called kick the old can down the road.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
You keep kicking it down the road, so you
Yeah.
don't have to deal with it right now, and maybe later on. But
Well, I remember playing Kick the Can as a kid.
yeah, me too.
That was a fun game.
Yeah.
But politicians shouldn't be playing it, though.
No, because after a while, actually, I remember one time I really kicked that can really hard down the road, and it went flying right across the road, and then the vehicle went by and crushed that can.
Yeah.
And I put into it, and then this old man, he lived across the road from me, and he saw the can going across the road, and he says to me, "You see what happened to that can?" I said, "Yeah, it got crushed." And he goes, "So the moral of the story on that one was, I guess it has to end, right? The can ended because it got crushed, meaning they can't keep kicking the can down the road, because you see, as long as you keep doing that, something has to stop." And they realize that you have to get a new can, or it's just getting too old. And yes, it is getting too old, right? We've been there, done that. Keep kicking the can down the road. So I guess basically the moral of the story on this is, like, we were joking around about the can, right? But you can't keep kicking it because it will get crushed. And are you going to crush people's lives? No. So we need to advocate together as allies, as people across the country, because really we all benefit at the end. If you improve people's wealth and their health, they've got more to offer in society. They put the money back into the communities, and I've said this before on the show many times, and I'll say it again. You put the money back into the into the communities that you go to or that you live in, and it helps small businesses, it helps people. So what goes around comes around. Patricia's talked about this before. Joseph's talked about this on my show before. I mean, many have talked about the benefits of the economy.
And the thing is we're the experts, right?
Yeah. I mean,
the person with the disability is the expert.
Yeah, we're the experts. It's our lives, it's our lived experience, and that's the theme of the whole thing, is lived experience.
Yeah.
Also, Dylan is formally asking to take me out to prom this year.
Okay. That's not weird.
I oblige. Not gay.
You're weird for thinking it's weird.
And also, Evil Flightless Birdie saying, in relation to last week's news, looking forward to the summer and preparing for the next heat wave. It really would have been helpful for those in BC where ACs are not as common.
Yes.
But I remember a segment on that about the air conditioners. They said they're going to try retrofit places for air conditioners.
Yeah.
I mean, what about old buildings? Hey, Sonia, remember old buildings? Yeah, let's retrofit old buildings.
Yeah. So who had that question? Because we actually answered that question earlier about do we have any sponsors, and the answer is no.
No.
Mm-hmm.
But we would like some.
Yeah, well, is there anyone that you wish would sponsor you, basically?
Okay, I'll rattle off a few. There's Justin Bieber, because he's affiliated with Tim Hortons.
And
Michael Bublé.
I did try one of those Timbits, Justin. I did try one.
The Tim Biebs.
Yeah, it's not, that's not bad.
And they're good.
Yeah,
I have to try the brew though. I haven't tried the brew.
Oh yeah, we tried one with.
I haven't tried the drink yet.
Yeah, we tried the one with your mum came by. She wanted to try.
We haven't tried the coffee drinks.
One of the little donuts. So.
The donuts, yeah, but
Yeah.
I'm talking the drink.
Yeah,
now.
no, not yeah,
Drink.
no. I want to try one of them.
The Biebs drink or whatever.
Yeah,
It is.
the Biebs brew. Yeah.
Biebs brew. Okay.
Yeah, I think what was it? What was it? You got the. Hang on.
If anybody hasn't seen Michael Bublé do his riff on Justin Bieber's
Michael Bublé is a
brew,
novelist.
it's hilarious.
Mm-hmm. Biebs brew, yeah.
Yeah.
I really want to suck on
Michael
those
Bublé is an
Biebs.
Elvis fan.
Oh, is he?
Is
Yeah.
it Elvis?
Yeah. It figures.
Yeah,
I
that's-
love Biebs.
Mm-hmm.
I love Biebs. So Tim Hortons, maybe? Bjork.
Tim Hortons.
Tim Hortons, yes.
Bjork.
Sure.
Awesome.
Biebs.
Biebs. I love
Yeah,
Biebs.
get them before they're gone.
Yeah.
Oh, they're on limited time?
Oh yeah.
They are.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it says here, get them before they're gone. Yeah, that's definitely.
Will they ever go away?
I mean, hey, look at that. Put that
Wow.
up to the camera.
Oh.
Put that up to the camera.
Yeah, yeah.
There
Get
you
them before they're
Our
gone.
new
Get them
our new
before
sponsor.
they're gone.
Our new sponsor.
Yeah.
Get it now, guys.
Oh yeah. While you're at it, get a double.
Well, see, the reason why is
Yeah.
because our show is Canadians with Disabilities.
Exactly.
And what is more Canadian?
Then,
What is more Canadian than Tim Hortons?
Then Tim Hortons, because they were founded in Canada.
Yeah. What is more Canadian than Tim Hortons?
Poutine.
So Tim Hortons should be our official sponsor.
Poutine.
Yeah, exactly. Because what they for hockey?
Poutine.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tim Hortons was a hockey player.
Oh,
he,
yeah.
he actually died on the rink, I think.
I think so. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not quite sure exactly.
So you gotta keep that tradition up. I mean,
Yeah.
as a sponsor.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. I wonder if McDonald's would step in.
They're pretty Canadian too.
I don't know. A Big Mac. I mean.
Yeah.
I mean.
We'll get Tim
I don't
Hortons.
know.
We'll get Tim Hortons and McDonald's to
Yeah.
enter the ring
Yeah. See. Yeah.
and
hey, that'd be
see who
interesting.
will win out.
Hey, what do you think there, Jake? Huh? Having both those two companies in the ring at the same time.
Yeah.
Wonder which one would
The
win.
cage match.
Cage match.
Ronald McDonald. Ronald McDonald.
Or double. Big Mac. Double. Oh, hey. Wash it down. There we go. Yeah, it's good, eh? Smoothie. Or double. Both. Hey.
You know, nobody can beat McDonald's fries, I have to say.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
They have the market corner on the fries.
Yeah.
Ronald McDonald House, for example. Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Hey, I like
That's
the
true.
pies.
The pies are good.
Yeah, pies are good.
Remember when they used to be like 1,000,000 degrees
Maple
though?
syrup.
Oh yeah.
Back in the 70s, you'd get a pie.
Yeah.
And it was like you
Oh my gosh.
you couldn't touch it for like an hour.
I know. Caution. It said caution early on the back. It chawed.
It should be. It should have like a nuclear symbol on it or something
Yeah. Do not touch.
for an hour.
Caution. Hazard.
Yeah.
This could be hazard.
Yeah, but McDonald's is well known for taking care of, I guess, sick
That's
and
true.
disabled
Yeah,
people.
yeah.
That is
They've
true.
been known
McDonald's
to take care of
pizza?
the disabled. Canadians with
That was
disabilities.
the thing. That was the thing.
They shouldn't have
They're an
pizza.
equal opportunity
We don't
employer.
anymore.
McPizza.
Oh man, their McPizzas. Oh, those were so good. Oh,
Remember the McRibs? I was actually a fan of the McRibs. Not many people were,
yeah,
but
they
I
weren't
actually,
out for too
I
long
actually
though.
was a fan.
How about the chocolate chip
Oh, look at
cookies?
that!
The
Oh,
chocolate
yes.
chip cookie.
Yeah.
Oh,
No. Chocolate.
oh, I love the chocolate chip
Yeah,
cookies.
the cookies were good.
Oh
Look
yeah.
at these, guys.
Wow.
Look at
Oh.
this. Is it possible for me to copy it and just like paste it on the stream?
I don't know. Is it?
Try it.
It's not, sadly.
Oh. Technology sucks.
Yep, it does suck.
Maybe if Evil Flight Birdie was here, she could do it.
Exactly.
Yeah, she probably would too.
There's a lot of stuff in the chat. I'm gonna check really quick.
Okay.
Really quick. Super duper quick. Like so quick. Wow.
We still only have one person listening, or is it just not? Is that right?
No, that's not right. That's not right.
Okay.
It's lying.
Okay. Because that would be sad. We've been
Yeah.
on for a while, over an hour, so.
An hour and a half.
Is it?
Unfortunately,
Oh,
I
wow.
must now make my departure. I loved being here on the stream. Look forward.
Oh.
Okay, see you then. Have a good day.
Hmm.
Thank you for being here.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Who loves McDonald's cookies? Dan, do you like McDonald's cookies?
New poll.
Yeah, Dan.
Okay,
Maybe
here's
I'll flake this
here's the new poll:
Mm-hmm.
McDonald's or Tim Hortons.
I like it. Oh, I like that.
There's the
poll.
new poll.
Oh yeah,
Talk about division.
yeah. And then
Talk about division.
and then just to throw it in there, Burger King.
Oh.
Throw Burger King in there. I don't
No,
know.
Burger King's way down.
No.
Way down the bottom. Oh.
Burger King does not exist on that
If
list.
the bottom was here,
Yeah.
the Burger King would be way down here.
Okay, Dairy Queen.
Dairy Queen.
Dairy Queen is,
Yeah, yeah.
is good.
Their fries are good too.
So there you go. There's the 3-person Dairy Queen, Tim Hortons, or McDonald's.
I have to know how to
Vote
get
now.
this
Yeah.
stupid thing working.
How about Subway?
Wendy's.
Subway.
Wendy's.
Only thing I like about Wendy's is their Frosty.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Frosty.
I like their
I like the
Frosties.
I missed the Biggie fries.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to a point. I mean, they were good because they were big fries, but now what they've done to them, they're just not the same. It's just
Yeah.
I still prefer Tim Hortons. Tim Hortons or McDonald's.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Tim Hortons, McDonald's. This is it. I mean, it comes down to a wrestling match, right, between the you two.
There you go.
You're in the ring.
Okay, so these are the chocolate chip cookies I was talking
Oh,
about.
there you go. You did it.
Finally, I got it on
You
screen.
got it working.
Oh.
Finally.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's nice. So appetizing, am I right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
Don't you guys want one of those?
Oh
If
yeah,
you reach out and grab one?
I'll do another poll.
Yeah.
Which is the best fast food chain?
McD
Mm-hmm.
or Timmy's.
Dairy Queen.
There you go. Lactose.
Beautiful. Lactose intolerance queen.
There you go.
Lactose intolerance queen is obviously Dairy Queen,
There
but
you go, of
it's
course.
just funnier.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
We should have said for Timmy's. We should have said Tiny Timmy's.
Yeah.
Timmy's? Yeah.
Please, sir, can I have some more? Oh no,
That
that's
size a cup of coffee is like that big. Have a small, please. What is that?
So we should probably stop the stream soon because basically nobody's watching.
Oh, okay.
So.
Well, we got 100% says Timmy's.
Mm-hmm. Only one vote though.
Oh, well, there you go. Let's see. Who's texting me now?
Let's see here.
Mhm.
Okay, McD's and Timmy's are tied.
Okay, yeah, we can probably end the stream though,
Yeah.
because it's
Yeah.
been a while. And well, I can try it, and we can see if we can either cut it down or, I mean, the whole thing will be live.
Mm-hmm.
So anybody can watch it again, the whole thing.
Yeah, most
Or-
definitely.
Also I can try to cut it down. We'll see what I can do. But
Yeah.
yeah. So it was fun. Though.
No, this is great, and we'll have to do another segment when we can of this. So everyone, thanks so much for tuning in to our first live Canadians with Disabilities and Their Allies YouTube segment. This is wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's been fun.
Yeah, and so I mean, tune in on Wednesday. We got Sonia Firstnall from the leader from the Green Party in BC.
That'll be a really good segment.
Yeah,
Good segment.
1:00 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and who knows if I'm still around in the area, maybe I might have to just jump on a live segment.
Yeah, well, we have to make a better job of advertising it ahead of time.
Yeah, exactly.
This looks much better.
Yeah.
But thanks for tuning in, everybody.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody.
And like I say, if you want to arrange a sponsor, you know where to reach us. Just send us a DM.
Yeah.
Yeah, McDee's and Timmy's are tied still.
Oh, there you go.
So
we'll leave it there.
We'll
tied.
never know.
Yeah.
We will never know.
So,
All right, thank you for hopping by.
Thank you for tuning in.
Popping in, I guess.
So you can do the. This is Canadians with Disabilities signing out.
This is Canadians with Disabilities signing out. Your host Brent is signing off for the evening.
Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.
Have a good day. Okay.